In this lesson, we're going to look at what a sedentary lifestyle is and how leading a sedentary lifestyle can result in negative effects on your health and well-being. A sedentary lifestyle is living a life where we have little or irregular physical activity. And the best way to judge physical activity is how it affects our heart rate. You're taking part in physical activity if your heart rate is raised above its resting rate and goes into its aerobic training threshold. And the UK government have said every individual should aim for 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise 5 days a week. Playing a team sport or going to the gym or an exercise class is going to count as your physical activity, but something as simple as walking the dog for 30 minutes is also going to get your heart rate up and counts as moderate intensity exercise. However, it's important to note that not all sports are going to count as physical activity. If we think of sports which don't raise our heart rate, such as darts or snooker, this obviously wouldn't count as physical activity. If we make the choice to lead a sedentary lifestyle, there are a lot of consequences for us, particularly for our weight. So the table below looks at a few of those weight consequences. So firstly, we could become overweight, and this is having more weight than is considered normal. We could become over fat, and this is when we have a higher fat percentage as part of our body composition than is considered normal. Or we could become obese, and this is when we become extremely overweight, which is usually more than 20% above the normal weight category. However, as well as weight issues, there are a number of other long-term health effects of leading a sedentary lifestyle. These include both physical and mental health issues. As we can see in the table below, some of these include depression, coronary heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, osteoporosis, and loss of muscle tone. And we'll look at each one in a little bit more detail. Depression is a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest in life. And as we learned previously on the course, when we exercise, we release serotonin, which is a chemical which makes us feel happy. If we're leading a sedentary lifestyle, we're not getting serotonin and we're not releasing endorphins, which means we're more likely to become sad and depressed. Leading a sedentary lifestyle can also result in coronary heart disease and high blood pressure, and these two things often come hand in hand. Coronary heart disease is when a lack of exercise allows fatty deposits or cholesterol to clog the blood vessels, leading to and going away from the heart. Because the blood vessels are clogged, the heart then has to pump blood at a higher pressure, even at rest, in order to allow the blood to get through these clogged arteries. Over time, this can cause damage to the heart, and in a worst case scenario, the arteries can become completely blocked, which can lead to a heart attack. Diabetes is a condition where your glucose is too high because your body can't regulate the levels correctly. There are two types of diabetes, and type 2 diabetes can be controlled by eating a balanced diet and by exercising regularly. A lack of physical activity can also result in osteoporosis, which is a medical condition in which our bones become brittle and fragile and are more likely to break or fracture. Finally, leading a sedentary lifestyle is likely to result in a loss of muscle tone. Particularly when we think about people who sit for long periods of the day, this results in tight back muscles and soft abdominal muscles. Although each of the long-term health issues mentioned are severe and have severe consequences on our mental and our physical health, they are all reversible. So if we can make some positive lifestyle changes and we can move away from a sedentary lifestyle and take start taking part in more physical activity, then we can reverse these issues and lead a happy and a healthy life.